Wake up. Don't be afraid. Your glasses won't help you see me. I'm invisible to you, Mikey.
Take anything you want. Anything. I won't call the cops, I promise. Just don't take my Spider-Man comics or my grandpa's watch. And don't hurt me. Please?
I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you.
I want you to leave. I'll call the police. I have a telephone.
Go sit down on your bed and we'll talk. I said sit down. If you could have one thing, Mikey, what would it be?
Grandpa.
Open your hand.
Who are you?
Let's just say my divine duty is to watch and take notes. Just watch and take notes. But your life's about to become a complete waste, and I do not want to see that happen. You're going to die within a year.
Get out. Whoever you are, I want you to leave right now. I mean it this time. I'll call the police. I really will.
Mikey,
Leave me alone.
you can't hide from your fate.
Please leave me alone.
I can't. You need to hear this. Your death is not the bad news. Death is just a transition. The bad news is you will die without having had a life. You're offended? Why? This is the life you've made for yourself. You have a lot of comic books, but I don't see much else. Do you consider this a meaningful life, Mikey?
I guess so.
Really? Tell me about your adventures. Tell me about your one great romance. There are none. Tell me about the time you kissed a girl. You're 30 years old and you haven't kissed a girl. Mikey, if you're not going to do some living for yourself, do some for me because I'm bored. You're the only show I've got, and I'm still waiting for that curtain to rise. I need some entertainment, and I don't mean reading comic books over your shoulder. I want the amazing adventures of Mikey Morefield. It's about time, don't you think? Mikey. Mikey, listen to me. You have a choice. You can keep hiding in your room from the world and just fade away. a life unlived. Or you can take what time you have left and try to make something meaningful happen. I've given you a special power. Knowledge. Knowledge that you don't have any more time to waste. Now it's your responsibility to do something with that power. I'll see you inside a year.
Did you forget to do your laundry, sweetie?
Oh no, I didn't want to miss breakfast, so I kind of rushed out. I guess I forgot I still have my PJs on.
Well, what can I get you, hon?
I think I'll have the whole menu.
The whole menu.
Yeah, but let's start with pancakes.
I hope you have a girlfriend, sweetie, because you're never going to snag one if you keep eating like this.
Girlfriend. Thank you so much. Do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Where'd you come from? Bible study?
No, my apartment. I saw that you have an empty chair here, and I was just wondering if maybe I could join the three of you
Buy us around and you can hang.
around.
Some beers? Buy yourself one too?
Okay. All right, great. I'll go get those. Be right back. How's your beer, Jace? It's Jace, right?
Yeah. It'd be better if it was McGinnis. But what's that shit you're drinking? That's not beer. Table drinks beer, you drink beer. It's bar etiquette, man.
It's cranberry juice. I mean, sometimes I'll like drinking orange juice or apple juice, but I thought I'd mix it up for a change. Take a risk.
Yeah, you're a true badass. Had your kids, had your wife, right?
I like that jacket, man. It's really sharp. If I wanted to buy something like that, where could I find it?
I don't know. London? Paris? Look, I took a tour of Europe 2 summers ago. And, honestly, I can't remember a thing. I was drowning in women, swimming in liquor. Or maybe it was swimming in women, drowning in liquor. Honestly, I don't remember anything.
But wouldn't you want to remember what you saw? I mean, it's the greatest cities of Europe, right?
Not if you're having a good time.
Where do you get your threads?
Oh, picked these up today. I went to the Twice Around thrift shop. I thought I'd start dressing up for a change. Try to look nice.
Wow. Okay, well, at least we know that mothball smell isn't his cologne. All right, so, it's been an experience, Melvin, but we're gonna bounce. Thanks for the crappy beer.
You're welcome.
Have a nice life.
All right. Bye. Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
This jacket here, the tag inside says it's made in Paris. Is that Paris, France?
What other Paris is there?
Well, actually, there's quite a few Parises. There's Paris, Arkansas, Paris, Texas, Paris, Pennsylvania, Paris, New York, Paris, Ottawa. It's a pretty common name geographically speaking.
France.
France? I'll take it then.
Michael.
Hi, Louise.
Hey.
Hey.
Why are you always coming in to work on your day off? You ought to be out having fun somewhere.
I know. It's just that I just want to come and talk to you about something.
Okay, you got a haircut. I knew somewhere under that shag there was a handsome young man.
I don't know about handsome, but it's an improvement. This is hard. I have to quit, Louise.
Oh, Michael.
It's just... I mean, don't worry. I talked to Wanda, and she said that she'd be glad to take my hours up if it's okay with you.
Well, sure it is, but why are you leaving?
I don't want to leave. It's just that I don't know. I mean, you know how you're always telling me that I need to do stuff with my life? I need to start having fun and putting myself out there. Well, it's about time I start doing that. And I don't know. I need to start doing stuff.
What are you gonna do for money?
Well, I got savings. I got some money put away. But it doesn't make it any easier because, I'm really gonna miss this place a lot. And what's more is that I'm gonna miss you. I mean, you've always done a lot for me. I mean, you're always giving me encouragement, telling me to do things to make my life better, telling me to go out and have fun, and you gave me this job. And you let me put in a graphic novel section over there. And even though I'm the only one that reads them. And you're always baking me cookies and pies and cakes. And you know I don't mind that. I'm really gonna miss you.
I miss you.
Well, thanks. But I tell you what, you're always baking for me, so I thought maybe I'd return the favor. Maybe I'd bake you something.
You bake me cookies?
Cookies. Here.
Let me try one. They look good.
Oh.
Delicious. It's delicious.
They're terrible, aren't they?
Yes, but you're wonderful. Come here. I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too.
Hi, Brady. Can I play football with you guys today? Told you yesterday, no scrubs allowed. Go deep.
Hi. Are you okay?
They won't let me play football with them. A couple of blockheads. I'm no good at football anyway.
Yeah, I was never so great at it either. In fact, every sport I've ever tried to play, I've been terrible at. What's your name?
Stanley.
That's a good name.
What's so good about it? It's an old guy's name.
It's not old, it's classic.
My grandpa got a Chevy Classic. It's 7 years old. It's old.
My name's Mikey. Mikey Morefield.
You live next door, right? My mom thinks you're weird. She thinks you're dissecting people or something.
I'm not dissecting people. I'm just quiet. I read a lot. That's it.
You're gonna. You spend all your time in your place reading. Are you sure you're not weird?
I like to, yeah, I like to read. And I work at a library, so it's kind of part of the job description.
Mom makes me read. At least you get paid. I have to read a book every week, free of charge. I just finished Moby Dick.
Oh yeah? How long did it take you to finish it?
3 days.
You like to read, I can tell. Because you're smart. I mean, you finished Moby Dick in 3 days. You gotta like to read. I bet you make all A's too, don't you?
So what if I do?
That's not a bad thing. You should be proud of that.
The guys at school don't think it's so great. It's just another thing to make fun of me about.
I know what that's like. Back when I was going to school, it seemed like every day the kids were calling me some name or another. Spaz, geek, dork, loser, lispy. Lispy because of the way I talk. When I say my S's, I lisp. Anyway, you never really get used to being called those kind of names.
Yeah, but I bet nobody ever called you a peg leg
Why would anybody call you peg leg?
because Coach Quincy was always late for gym class and we were waiting on for him, and then he showed up, and well, first my foot fell asleep, and then he showed up, and I asked him he told us to run laps, and I asked if I could wait, but he said run anyway, so the guys that I had pegged for a leg when I was running.
Wow. Well, Stanley, look at it this way. Pirates have peg legs, and people think pirates are pretty cool, so maybe being called peg leg isn't such a bad thing.
Yeah, would you like to be called a peg leg?
No. I got a good one for you. Back in high school, the captain of the swim team, he asked me if my glasses helped me see what a loser I am. I assume he meant when I was looking in the mirror.
What a blockhead.
Yeah, he wasn't a very nice guy. Hey, Stanley, you want to know what I really like to read?
It's not something that's gonna weird me out, is it?
Spider-Man comics.
You dork.
Oh, what, like you never read a comic book before?
No way.
Why not? All guys your age like to read comics.
Comics cost money, and my mom said that kind of money should be saved for college.
Well, she's right about that. You gotta go to college.
Yes, so did your mom buy you comics?
Well, my grandma and grandpa raised me, and they bought me a lot of comics.
My grandparents live 300 miles away.
Stanley, your first comic book.
Is it a good one?
Yeah, it's a great one. Here, let me show you how to read it. Now, the most important thing about reading a comic book is having fun. You want to enjoy the story, you want to get caught up in it, and the adventure. But also important is taking care of the comic. You want to protect it, so that's why you keep a comic in a bag and board, just like this. Now, when you open it and you pull the comic book out, be very gentle about it, just like this. And when you hold it in your palm, like this, very carefully. When you turn the pages, just be gentle. But of course, most importantly, have fun. Enjoy it. You see, the reason why you want to take care of it is because when you get older, maybe you'll have a son, and you could pass it on to him. Here. Here you go, Stanley. Enjoy it, okay? It's really nice talking to you. I'll see you later. Hi. I noticed you reading the newspaper, and I was thinking that if there's nothing interesting in today's paper, that maybe you'd rather read a couple classic Spider-Man comics.
No, thank you.
Trust me, you want to read these, because this is one of the greatest Spider-Man stories of all time. The Juggernaut has been hired to capture Madam Web. who is essentially a frail older lady on life support. So she would stand no chance against the might of the Juggernaut. However, Spider-Man shows up to stop the Juggernaut and save Madam Web. But you gotta consider, Juggernaut's one of the most powerful characters in the entire Marvel Universe. Once he gets in motion, there's no way to stop him. He's unstoppable. In fact, he's called the Unstoppable Juggernaut. So, only a superhero with the strength level of the Incredible Hulk could have a chance of stopping the Juggernaut. I mean, Spider-Man's amazing. He's spectacular. But he's just not on that strength level. So, what can Spider-Man do to stop the Unstoppable Juggernaut? It's a great story. And I was thinking that, you could read it, and when you're done, we could discuss the story over a cup of coffee or something.
Pinot Gris, please.
I could buy that for you if you like.
Have you decided yet?
This is a bar, so I should probably order a beer, right? That's what you drink in bars.
You can order whatever you want, dear.
Okay, I'll have a beer. Miss? I'm sorry, I meant to say root beer.
Okay.
Hello. How's your evening?
Busy.
Busy. But it's Friday night. You should be having fun, enjoying yourself. So what kept you so busy tonight?
Work.
What do you do?
I model.
Like Mary Jane.
Marry who?
She's Spider-Man's wife. Well, she used to be his wife. There was a storyline that involved a deal with the devil. The marriage was dissolved. It's all very convoluted. But to me, she'll always be the love of Peter Parker's life.
You read those comic book things, don't you?
Yes. But not as much as I used to. Usually on a Friday night, I'd be back at my apartment, reading the comics I bought on Wednesday. But I'm here, enjoying the social life.
You don't seem to be enjoying it.
Well, that's because I don't know how to do this kind of stuff. social stuff. I was told if I did stuff like this that my life would be better. I just keep falling flat on my face though. He made it sound so easy.
Perhaps you were given some bad advice.
Yeah, I probably was.
Mikey. Go home. You're happier there.
Hello?
Hi.
Who is this?
It's Mikey.
Who?
Oh, sorry. It's Mikey Morefield or Michael Morefield.
Still drawing a blank.
Well, we went to high school together, and you sat behind me in biology class. You wrote in my yearbook. You said that I was a sweetheart.
Oh, are you the guy who did my homework for me?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, hi. How have you been?
I've been good. No, I've been great. How you been doing? It's been a long time.
Busy. Really busy. I was just on my way out the door, actually.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, good talking to you.
Megan? Um,
Yes?
y- well, you see, I'm gonna be leaving the area pretty soon, and the thing is that I've always had a crush on you, and I always wanted to ask you out on a date, but I never had the guts to. And I was wondering if before I leave, if you and I, if we could go out on a date.
No. No.
Oh, okay.
I really do have to go. My friends are expecting me.
Oh, it's okay. All right. Well, good talking to you. Okay. Bye. Hey, Herb.
I got no comic books for you unless you brought my maple bars.
You mean to tell me that you can't smell these? Come on.
Attaboy. I can always count on you doing right by me.
Well, I gotta do right at something. I hope I can count on you to not tell Lainey about this little delivery we got going here. Because this is a jibe with that diet she's got you on. And she finds out, she's gonna hurt both you and me.
Mike, you can't be scared of women. It shows weakness. You gotta be smart, tactical. No matter what kind of fix you're in with a woman, there's always one surefire evasion maneuver. Flowers. Pretty flowers. Melts their hearts every time. If you charm them, you'll disarm them.
Yeah, well, Herb, some guys just aren't capable of charm. I think charm's kind of like a superpower. And like in the comic books, only the really good-looking guys have the superpowers. All us other guys are in the back of the panel, looking scared.
Charm can be learned, Mikey. Through practice. You got a tiger inside you. You gotta let it out. Go on the hunt.
You're not gonna believe it, but I actually kind of put myself out there.
And?
I talked to some women, but Tiger found out he doesn't have any teeth.
Mikey, is this gonna be a sad story? 'Cause you're gonna give me heartburn if it is. Surely you made some kind of success.
I'd just say that the ones who noticed I was even there talking to them couldn't get away fast enough.
Mikey, let me ask you something. You didn't talk about Spider-Man with them, did you?
Well, just with maybe one or two. I mean, not with all of them.
What? That's all right. You made an effort. I'm proud of you, son.
You shouldn't be, because I figured out something today. I've wasted my life.
Oh, don't say that. You're just frustrated, that's all.
No, I'm mad. I'm mad about what my life isn't. I had this dream last night. And in the dream, I was the manager of this little Thai food restaurant. And it had big windows in the front. And the windows were kind of brownish, kind of like the color of cream soda.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I was a manager, and it was my job to seat people. And the staff was made up of an older woman who cooked the food and her daughter, who was the waitress. And the daughter was about my age. And she was beautiful. And when she had long, shiny black hair that hung down in curls. But what was really captivating about her was her smile, because it was sincere, it was warm. And she had a son who was about 6 years old. And while we worked, he would sit in my office and do his homework. Well, at the end of their shift, I walked them out to their car. And the way that waitress smiled at me, I knew that someday I was going to marry her, and that I was going to become a father to her son. And it was perfect. And then I woke up, and I look around my room, and I see action figures and comic books, kids' things. And I realize that my life's nothing, and that the life I had in that dream, the life of a happy man, I'm never gonna have that life.
Okay, what you saying ain't so. A man doesn't give up the things he loves. That doesn't make you become a man.
Yeah, but Herb, all my life is action figures and comic books. That's all I got going for me, and that's nothing. You don't know what that's like. I mean, you've had a life. I mean, you and Grandpa saw the world together.
Well, that was the war. Travel was part of the job. I wouldn't wish that destination on anyone.
Yeah, but still, Herb, you got it out there. You made a mark. I mean, you made something meaningful happen. I've never done anything. I've never been anywhere. And in the end, I'm nothing.
Stop that now. I mean, you're a young man and you got plenty of time to make changes. You're just too rough on yourself.
No, it's all a waste. My whole life. I'm nobody.
Stop that.
Herb, this is Wolverine 90. This is the best Wolverine Sabretooth fight ever. What are you doing? You could have heard it. What are you doing?
Well, I don't like to hear you talk like that. I mean, you're a good kid and you got a lot going for you. Nobody wouldn't been as good a son to your grandparents as you were. Nobody wouldn't be bringing me maple bars every Wednesday. You got a lot going for you, son. I mean, you put yourself out there. The game of life, you put yourself out there, and that counts for something.
Yeah, but so maybe I tried. But I was only kidding myself. You know why? Because I'm an overgrown kid who just does nothing but read comic books. So what chance did I have of having any success with anything that was real?
What do you think your grandpa got you started reading comic books?
Because the other kids wouldn't let me play basketball with them.
Well, that was part of it. But the real reason was that he wanted you to be inspired, the same way he was inspired when he was a boy reading Captain America. Why do you think he joined the army and went off to Korea? Why do you think he took 3 bullets to save a man's life? I mean, at this point in time, your grandpa had long stopped reading comic books. But he asked me one day what superhero that you might relate with. That was simple, Spider-Man. The problem, son, is you found the amazing in Peter Parker, but you never found it in yourself. You got amazing stuff in you. You just got to find it. Huh?
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Mikey? Don't forget these.
Hi.
Hi.
Is that my ball?
Yeah.
Are you always this nervous?
I'm nervous by nature, but I seem to be a little extra right now.
You're doing fine.
Your ball hit me.
Yeah. Sorry about that. He's trying to show off. He's not very good.
He looks angry. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's just afraid that you're gonna steal me away from him.
Oh. I suppose that makes him your boyfriend, right?
No, he just wants to be.
Well then, he's not your boyfriend. My name's Mike. Hi.
Amanda.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Mikey. And I'm really sorry you got hit.
It's all right. I'll live for now. But if you'd like to make it up to me, you could let me buy you an ice cream or anything.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you Zeke Elkins?
Yes, I am.
My grandpa, he used to watch you fight every Friday night at the Armory. And he said you were fantastic. He called you the most clever fighter he ever saw. He said you could figure out how to beat any guy.
Son, you had a smart grandpa.
Yeah, he was something. He told me that that you train out around these parts. He said you had a gym out here. Is this your gym?
Yeah, this is the gym. This is where I used to train.
You still come out here though, or do you train still? Or?
No. I retired a long time ago. I like to come out here and reminisce, smell the smells of the gym, and let my mind wander.
Yeah. So, I suppose you got a lot of free time on your hands, right? Being retired.
Well, I've got some. I try to stay busy.
You think you could ever take the time to train somebody? You know, teach them him how to box.
Well, I could, but most kids today, young people, don't understand the commitment it takes. You know, I'm not opposed to training. They're just people aren't interested. They don't want to work.
Well, I have a good work ethic, and I was wondering if you might train me. I need to learn how to box.
Well, I need you to do some. You ever done road work? You ever run?
No, I never really been the physical type. I could walk at a pretty brisk pace, but I never really done much running.
Well, how about the food you eat? You eat a lot of junk food? You like sweets?
Well, yeah, I like occasional cookie or pie. But I can get away with that because my grandma said that I have the type of metabolism that allows me to eat whatever I want.
No. That isn't what it's about. That won't work. You got to make commitments. You got to dedicate. You got to have new eating habits. Get road time in. You got to be prepared to work to be in this game.
Yes, sir.
You think you can do these?
I know I can.
Really? I tell you what, you get up early in the morning, you do a mile on the road. And if you think that's something you can keep up,
yes, sir.
Just do the best you can. And then come see me tomorrow. We'll see where you're at. We'll see if you want to make that commitment.
All right. Tomorrow then.
Okay.
Okay. I'm Mikey Morefield.
Okay. Zeke, you can call me Coach. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Coach.
All right.
See you then. Thanks,
okay.
Coach.
Take care.
All right. Coach, I did some running this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I think my lungs almost collapsed.
It went that good, huh?
Yeah, it could have probably went a bit better, I think.
Well, I tell you what you need to do. You need to run every day. Try to get a mile in.
Okay.
If you can't, run as far as you can. You want to mark that distance so that you don't run less than that. And then prove that up. Step it up. Run a little further. Watch the clock. You want to run it in a shorter period of time. But getting the two together, just somewhere to start. So.
Yes,
okay.
Sir. Sounds good.
Mikey, what makes you want to box anyway?
I'd like to learn how to punch, Coach. I'd like to learn how to throw a good punch, a hard punch, kind of punch that would stop a rhinoceros, a charging rhinoceros.
Stop a rhinoceros?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess a punch like that would be maybe called a maximum power punch.
Okay. I think that'd be a maximum power punch, all right.
Yeah.
That feel good?
Feels good. Feels strong.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, let's put these gloves on, and I want you to show me what you think, your idea of a maximum power punch.
Me?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Sure. Let's just see where your thinking is. And
Okay. I can give it a try.
well, yeah.
Is the bag strong enough?
Yeah. I think it'll work.
All right.
Let's look at it.
Okay.
You just show me what you think that maximum power punch is. Hey, let's see a combination of punches.
Like a whole lot of them?
Yeah.
Like a whole lot of punches?
Yes. Put a bunch of them together. See how that works for you. Here. Get up. Here. Here, have a shot of water. All right, catch your breath. Then we'll learn how to do this correctly. Okay?
That sounds good.
Okay, listen. Put your feet together. Put them together. Don't stick your butt up in the air. I want you looking straight across the room from here. I don't want you dipping your head down. This isn't about sticking your head to the floor. There you go. Now back up. There you go. Come down again. Give me a couple more. Okay. Work it. Back down. Back down. Back down. All right, right there. Come up. Right here. Keep your chin down. There you go. You keep your hands up. Two, 4, 6. Do it from a little, you slide out. Do it from a little low to high. Your head goes with my hand. Squat, squat, stay down here. Over, back up. Rocking over and loading it. straight ahead. Don't let your chin go down. Good. Okay, Mikey, slow down. Complete your punch. You gotta lose the glasses. Take the glasses off.
Coach, I've always worn these glasses.
You don't wear them sparring. Get rid of the glasses.
All right. Yes,
All right.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Stand up. Suck it up. Don't hold your breath. Straighten up. Get your head up. Take a stance. Get your hands up. Come on. Squat. Squat. Down and back. Good.
been, boy? I've been missing you.
Really?
Nah. Your comic books missed you. My cash register missed you. I miss those maple bars.
Hey, Herb.
Well, what you been up to? What's it been, 9, 10 months?
It's been about that long. I guess you could say I've been working on a project of sorts.
And where are those old glasses of your grandpa's that you're always wearing?
They're in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
And I'd like for you to hold on to them. And I want you to hold on to this too.
Mikey, you lost that when you was a boy.
Yeah.
How'd you find it?
Herb, I would tell you, but I would sound crazy. No matter how I found it, I want you to have it.
I can't take your grandpa's glasses. I don't even wear glasses. And for sure I can't take that your grandpa meant for you to have that.
Herb, if that belongs with anybody, it belongs with the man who fought alongside Grandpa.
Well,
it belongs with his best friend. And plus, I can't hold on to it. Because I'm leaving.
Leaving?
Yeah.
Where are you going to? And why are you trying to give me all your grandpa's things? You're not acting right in the head. The Mikey I know would have given up his right arm for parting with his grandpa's stuff.
I know I'm not acting like my normal self. And I really can't explain what's going on. I can make up a lie, tell you some kind of story, but you know I can't do that to you, Herb. And even though I can't tell you where I'm going, soon enough you're probably going to know where I went. But I want you to have this, okay? It's important. But in return, I want you to tell me that story. The story about how Grandpa earned it. I need to hear it.
All right. Our platoon had been fighting for 4 straight days, and all that time it seemed like we'd only advanced an inch. North Koreans had us pinned down good with artillery shells. There's a thunderstorm of them. Some days I thought that storm would never end, and that one of those shells for sure would find their way into the trench that your grandpa, myself, and some of the other boys were in. I was just a boy, only 3 months in Korea. I put on like I wasn't phased, but I was scared something fierce. The worst kind of dread is knowing that you're going to die any minute, not knowing when that minute's going to come. Your grandpa was our platoon sergeant. He had a way of putting me at ease. In fact, he put all us boys at ease by just talking with us. He had a way of talking with us that took our minds away from the war. The other boys liked to talk to him about baseball because your grandpa was a hell of a ball player. He knew everything about baseball, from Babe Ruth's favorite meal to Jackie Robinson's batting average. But him and I, we had a special kind of bond. We talked about comic books. He talked about Captain America, his hero, and me, I talked about Superman, my hero. I can't tell you how many hours we spent arguing about who was the greater hero. I still think Superman's better than them all, but your grandpa really loved Captain America. He was inspired by him. So inspired that he came up with a credo. May justice and freedom be forevermore, and evil and tyranny nevermore. The captain inspired him. But he inspired us. I'll tell you this, if old Martin Morefield decided to took upon himself to enter the Hell's Gates with a rifle in his hand, not one of us would have hesitated to follow him. And it was something like that that happened on that fourth day on the ridge. Shells were coming down furious, and some of them were finding their way into some of the trenches. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't think that booming would ever stop. And then in an instant it did. And in that instant, we heard a man, Private Thomas Garrison from Pittsburgh, screaming from one of the trenches, screaming that he had been hit and he was bleeding out. Your grandpa didn't blink. He grabbed a medic bag, jumped up out of that trench, and took off for Private Garrison's trench in a mad dash. Oh, he was running as fast as those artillery shells were going over his head. I thought for sure one of those shells was going to get him. But the shell never got him. But a sniper did. He took a bullet in the shoulder and two in his right leg. We were going to jump out of that trench and go fetch him, but then we saw something that we'd never forget. Your grandpa was crawling toward Garrison's trench. Your grandpa, who had been shot 3 times, crawled 40 feet to Garrison's trench. In the trench, he found 3 men dead and Private Garrison bleeding to death from a wound to his abdomen. Your grandpa wasn't about to let Garrison die. He cauterized that wound and stopped the bleeding. Garrison told me later that the whole time that your grandpa was attending to him, that he kept reciting the same thing over and over. May justice and freedom be forevermore, and evil and tyranny nevermore. Grandpa was awarded the Silver Star Medal for saving Private Garrison's life, and the Purple Heart for taking the sniper fire. He gave the Silver Star Medal to Garrison, but he kept the Purple Heart because he thought that represented the sacrifice he made to save a life. And he felt like it was something that he needed to pass to his son.
Thank you, Herb.
What are friends for?
You're more than my friend. You're my best friend.
You're mine.
You know, when Grandpa died, and then when Grandma died, I didn't think I had anything left. But you were there for me. Whether it was with a new Spidey comic every week, or advice on how to talk to girls, you were always there for me. And I can't tell you how much that means to me.
You're not gonna kiss me, are you, Mikey? Come on.
I am. I love you, Herb.
I love you too, son. Good luck to you.
I'm glad to hear that you love me, because I got a big favor to ask.
Oh?
Yeah. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. How you been? I've been good. I look a little different. I got contacts. And Grandpa, you might have noticed I grew a few muscles here and there. And I'm having a lot more fun. I'm doing more things. I know you wanted more from me. You hoped that my life would be something more. I'd meet a good woman and get married. Have children. I guess that's not gonna happen, and I'm sorry. I imagine you know what's supposed to happen to me. And it's here. I can feel it. I'm scared. Because I don't want to die. I just started to live. Can't you talk to God? Grandma, can't you tell him that I got a late start in life, but I'm different now. I'm living, and I'm gonna keep living. Tell him, tell God. Tell him I said thank you for giving me the best grandparents, the best parents anybody could ever have. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Stanley, inside these boxes you will find every Spider-Man comic book and item I have ever owned. Now they are yours. You have been a good friend. I know you will take care of them, and, more importantly, I know you will enjoy them. Also, I've set up an account for you at Classic Comics. The owner, Herb, is a great guy, and he'll keep you stocked up on Spider-Man and any other comic book you want for as long as you want. And don't worry, there's plenty of money in the account. I think I was able to save up so much because I never went on any dates. But don't let that happen to you. When you get older and see someone you like, don't let yourself be so afraid that you don't speak up. I was always afraid, and I don't want you to live like that. Growing up, I did not have many friends, but I could always count on Spider-Man to amaze me, and Peter Parker to help me feel not so alone and feeling left out. But as many Spidey comics as I read, and as much as I admired the strength and courage I found in Peter. I never tried to find strength and courage within myself. I never tried to do anything amazing. But you can, Stanley. You can have a life that is amazing. Don't be afraid to make it that way. Your friend, Mikey.
Please,
The hell are you supposed to be? I'm the amazing. And you? You're the creep who's going to jail.
Mike, you gotta breathe. Now breathe.
May justice and freedom be forevermore, and evil and tyranny nevermore.
Hey! Hey, cutie pie! Am I not pretty enough for you? Or do you just not got the guts to finish me? Huh?
It's you.
You've done well, Mikey. Now it's time to come home.